I did some nerding out the other day, and I am trying to solve a problem that I have that probably a number of people have, which is having an AI model manager application. There are times where I download stuff and I really don't know where it goes. But I will tell you this, that between Olama, LM Studio, anything LLM, these models get spread all over the place on my hardware. And my hope is that I'm going to be able to fix this by using some AI tooling that I happen to have. Not the least of which I've got access to my pro version, pro subscription of Perplexity. So I've done a couple of iterations and come up with a product requirements document that I'm hoping I can translate into something useful as far as an overall application design and some other cool things that Miro has embedded as far as its AI is concerned. Miro's got a number of sidekicks now in its product, and one of the things that I'm looking at is I'm gonna kick off this user flow diagram thing. I'm hoping that I can. Oh, actually, this is not going to work. So I already copied and pasted this, okay, which is the user flow diagram. So what I'm thinking, let's see. I don't think that this is going to work because I think I should have probably started with all this other stuff over here on the left-hand side of the page, but that's okay. Because I may be actually going about this all wrong. And you're seeing this in the video because I'm running an experimentation. Oh, no. See? Yeah, it's rewriting the whole thing. So this is fun because I'm going, oh, wow, this is not even where I had started. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit pause, and I'm going to reset this workspace. I'll probably choose a different canvas. And I'm going to take the same PRD, and we'll see what sort of entity relationship diagram comes out of it and a few other things as far as these Miro tools are concerned. And I'll be right back with you once I have the canvas reset. All right, and I'm back. So what you're seeing now is the Inventor's Playground, AI Playground template on Miro. And so I had to do a couple of versions of exporting this basic PRD. You saw it in the Perplexity view that I showed earlier in the video. Now we've actually got workflow that works. So these are all the outbound connections. So we're going to see some of this being generated in real time based on my product brief. And here we go. This is going to be the litmus test right here to run the flow. Let's see what this actually does. So there's a 6-step process, as you can see, that it's running through right now. I've got no idea what is going to happen as far as it generating an image, let alone putting together any of these other things. A lifestyle product photograph. Okay, who knows? This is, oh, are you serious? No, this is, no. Oh my gosh. This is going so far off the rails because I'm thinking this. I'm going, wait a minute. I thought this was turnkey. I thought this was supposed to take what I originally put there. Oh, geez. Yeah. See, this is what I get for playing with some tools that I don't fully understand. Folks, if you're still tuned into this video, I hope you love the irony in the way that all of it. See, this has nothing to do with a AI model zoo manager. I'm going to put it on pause one more time. Maybe the third time will be the charm. I do want to show you these sidekicks. They're fun to use when everything is working and I understand how it works. So I'll be right back with you. A third canvas. So hold on tight. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. Blank canvas. I put the product brief in, and now I'm working with just one of the sidekicks. I don't even know which Sidekick. We're just going to see what the Sidekick comes up with based on the prompt. So it's working off of the product brief for my AI Zoo model manager. So now it's building a technical diagram. I have no idea how this is going to work. This is crazy because I'm not sure Miro envisioned doing this. But what I'm hoping is that from this technical diagram, what we'll be able to do is put together some sort of user interface prototype. This is my grand ambition. We'll see. I mean, I'm recording this because, again, this is an experiment, something that I don't fully know what the outcome is going to look like. But I'm showing you because there's a lot of artificial intelligence tooling out in the market today that could be beneficial for you and your product development team. And I've been having a series of conversations around where do we make leverage of these types of tools in our day-to-day workflow. I just happen to be a Miro subscriber, and subsequently, I personally have a lot of time in Miro whiteboards, and of course now as they're evolving, this is one of those places where I'm taking and saying, do these generative AI tools actually create value? Could I use this going into, say, VS Code and making something work to code in Python an actual solution? And I'm cautiously optimistic that's going to be the case. So now so you can see here, it's created a system architecture, and a class diagram is what it's working on right now. This is good because a class diagram is really helpful for coding structure. Now, I've said it publicly in a number of posts, specifically on LinkedIn and social media, because LinkedIn is where I do most of my posting anyway. I am the actor who plays a software developer on television. My role is really along the lines of project manager, scrum master, business agility coach, thinking around all the soft stuff that enables technical work to be done. So this is cool. Look at this. Wow. So what? Holy good. This is crazy. Look at all the stuff that it's creating. Feature mind map now. Okay, technical design. This is going to be interesting. I'm amazed and amused, because amazed on the one hand that it's all I ask it really to do was create a technical design from the product brief. And it's generating a lot of hopefully useful artifacts that we can leverage. And so it's kicked off a number of different things. And it's doing the work. Doing a lot of work. Holy goodness, look at this. Wow, it's still going. This is nuts. Do you see this? Oh, wow. Oh, by the way, I did actually ask for unit tests to be built. Look at this. gRPC servers. GraphQL. Oh. It knows some things. It does know some things. Look at that. Security considerations even. TSL for data encryption. Oh, wow. Performance considerations. But by the way, so this is all to create this app specifically for a mini PC that I use as my daily driver at work. It has a neural processing unit because it's an AMD chipset. It's a 370 chip. It's not the official Pro AI chip, but it's, holy goodness, look at this. This is great. This is good stuff. Oh, here we go. Okay, here's what we've got. Look at all of this. This is really impressive. So I'm going to select every one of these, but I need to clean up the screen. So I'm going to put this on pause again. I'm going to select these and then go, okay, do the prototype. Create a prototype or a couple prototypes of the user interface so that we can see what this might look like when the application is finished. So put you on pause. I'll be right back in a very short amount of time. All right, I'm back. It was a very long pause. I am just going to take the feature mind map as well as the product requirements document that I originally loaded, along with a technical design document, and we're going to design an interface concept. So let's see how well this design prototype Sidekick works. It's rolling through, and oh my gosh, and we failed out. Not sure, because I was trying to get it to do the table. Not sure exactly what's going on. This may end up being the end of the video. I don't know at this point. Suffice it to say, one of the things I did want to point out, even though we don't have a working user interface, these diagrams and the level of detail that they provide for a development team to really start thinking through their development process. Good representation. I'm a firm believer that if we have tools that allow us to accelerate any step in the product development cycle, we're in much, much better shape than if we're trying to do this from a clean slate, log, ideating, throwing a bunch of stickies on a board. Tools like these sidekicks that Miro is providing are really the next step for accelerated product development. It will not replace the humans that need to be involved. The software developers, the user experience designers, the business analysts, the product owner, even the scrum masters, just to help guide the conversation and facilitate learning and coach the team as it goes through a virtual ideation session. Tools like this give us an idea of what this canvas could look like, and ultimately give us a peek into what this end product might be, and get fast feedback from actual users rather than spending weeks or months going through the normal iterations. We might be able to get to something that launches us, accelerates us to better product development, better proofs of concept, better working prototypes. I don't know, but this is where my thinking is going. We're at a place where generative AI tools are going to augment our capacity to do work, taking some of the drudge work and some of the dull stuff, the stuff that just takes time, that doesn't create value, and put it in a virtual space to do rapid iteration around, the likes of which we talk about oftentimes when we're in a physical space. But now we've got the tooling in the virtual space to make this happen. So suffice it to say, the jury's out on all of this. We will see. So continue to check in with me from time to time as I run experiments, as I cut these videos, to figure out what's working versus what's not. Until the next time that I post specifically on design tools like Miro and its sidekicks. All right, as fate would have it, I was closing out. I clicked on the sidekick to do the design one more time, and voila, it gave me a design for my dashboard. This is the power of generative AI. This is also the upside and the downside. Sometimes closing things out just frees up the ether for the machines to do what they do well. So this is a prototype of what this user interface might look like. And I think this is pretty slick. Although, of course, I'm not sure how we would go about building it. It's a starting point. It's a conversation piece. It's where ideas can get captured, refined, and we can make them better. Because in Miro, due to the fact that it's a whiteboarding tool, we can actually build interfaces. This is a capability to spur that conversation and say, okay, we don't like this. What might this look like? And then we can get down to the business of actually building the UI prototype. But not too bad. Took a lot of information and kind of condensed it down to what it might actually become. Thanks for joining. More videos like this to follow. Take care.